Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you are seeing this beautiful face for the first time, my name is Divine Favor Ivie, apple of God's eyes. So I got some comments in my last video which I'm here to address and clear some certain things. So first of all, in that particular video I was just talking about Oduawa. I've not even talked about Lagos. I never even entered that side, and you people are already if I now enter Lagos, what will you now say? Victoria Island, Ikoyi, Ebeduleki. That's it though. The whole of the chiefs in Lagos State are all connected to Oba of Benin. These are facts and figures, not stories. There are references to this, but I'm coming to that. I saw one person saying that, are you now saying that their heirs, their worries are their dues? Have you seen their worries come out to say that they are not from Edo? That's why their Yoruba is not clear. We are not talking of the ones that migrated from Osun State, Ogun State, Ijebu-Ode, Ondo State, that come to Lagos and say, they are from Yoruba. Do you know the founders of Lagos State? Who were the people that the Portuguese met in Lagos State? Who were the people that the Portuguese were doing transaction with in Lagos State? Who were the person they paid tax to in Lagos? I've asked 3 questions now, and I need the answers in the comment section. Who was the first Oba in Lagos? The Oba of Lagos State said that the Oba of Benin is his elder brother. Where he's not the Oba, that he's his junior brother. But now that he has been crowned the Oba of Benin, that he's now his elder brother. The same Oba of Lagos came out to say that they are from Benin.
The first Oba of Lagos is a male descendant of Oba of Benin, and very close person to him. He sent him on a mission here, and that's why we have a song. Ọmọkọ́mọkọ́ ni wa o, àwa kì í ṣọmọ àbí ìdànù. Òde ìbíní nàbí bàbá àwa sí, ọba ló bí síbẹ̀ kì í ṣàárẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin gbọ́, that's any, at the installation of any Oba. That song is always there. And anybody wants to be a chief or anything, or Oba, at that Enowa, when we finish the ceremony, we do like this. That thing we are doing, they are saluting the Oba of Benin.
You do not have a problem with that. You do not go to meet him to question him. You do not go to attack him. Then I came to my channel to repeat what your king said. Then you have a problem with it. You started saying, Igbo people this, that's why Igbo this, blah, 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 blah. You don't even know your history. I'm gonna address all the whole comments and when I'm telling you, I'm backing you up with facts. There are reference to all this, okay? One guy left a comment and was like, what of Ekote Edo? Am I saying that there is a place in Ibadan, they call it Ekote Edo? My dear, tell me the meaning of Ekote Edo in Yoruba language. That is not Yoruba language. Ekote Edo means the camp of the Edos. What are you saying? I was actually talking about Oduduwa in that video. Don't even let me enter Lagos. I'm not sure you people are ready for that. By the way, the video we are talking about is a historical issue. Also bear it at the back of your mind that Edo is the land of culture and tradition. It's not an empire that I will come out and lie about with. If you go through the comment section, there is nobody from Edo State that will say that, oh, what I said is a lie. Benin Kingdom is not an empire that you will just come out and frame up a story and talk about if it's not legit. It's a land of culture and tradition. Should we talk about how the president of Dahomey came to Benin to take permission from the Oba of Benin to name that place Benin Republic? The facts are there. Or should we talk about how the Benins established their own embassy in Brazil? Or should we talk about how the Pope then, I think 1,000 years ago, to Oba of Benin? Or should we also talk about the first church in Africa as a whole? It's in Benin City, the Holy Arosa Church. What are you people talking? Or should we talk about how many Edo languages that are used in Portuguese? Far back, the capital city of Japan is Edo. I'm sure you don't know. Why will you know? When you don't do your research, you come to my comment section to say what you don't know. There are so many languages similar to Edo languages that the Portuguese speaks, the Japanese speak, the Spanish speaks. There are places in Spain that bear Edo name. When I'm saying things, I'm calling name for you to go and do your research. Then come back, let's argue. There is somewhere in Spain called Equia. There is somewhere in Spain called Ososima. Did you know the meaning of that Ososima? That God is the one guiding us. And so many others. Osasuna, Oviedo. Oviedo is the source of Spanish royalty. Let's not go there. Story for another day. Now, let me address some comments that I got in that video. This one said, laughing out loud, my dear, how old are you? What year were you born? The story you are telling or narrating, who told you and where did you get it from? Is it from your great-great-grandfathers or mothers? Because from your appearance, you aren't up to 35 years. Am I right? Be careful of the story you tell, most especially when it's falsehood, because you know nothing about the history you are narrating. Okay, so first of all, you are asking from my appearance, you aren't up to 35 years. Am I right? Let me shock you. I'm not even up to 30. Okay, I'm not even up to 27. Okay, now you said, what year were you born? The story you are telling or narrating, who told you and where did you get it from? If you can say I'm telling a false story, I think you need to go back to your king and tell him that first. Let me just imagine that you didn't watch the video to the end. Probably you didn't see where your king was saying that the origin of Lagos State is the Benin. Then I came here to say it. Automatically, I'm your problem. Hello, I'm not your problem at all. The older generations, they know this history, and this history is out there for you to know if you choose to know, if you want to know and admit. But if you don't want to, it's up to you. But telling me, is a falsehood that I did not know what I'm saying, you are lying. Then this one said, so Somolu, Surulele, Mushin, Ikoi, Ajegule, Buthe, Ijora, Apathe Edo are all Benin names. Yoruba needs to be educated about history. Hello. First of all, I want to ask you, what is the meaning of Apathe Edo in Yoruba language? Answer me that first, then we can continue from there. The other person said, how did you know all these? Are there any kept record by the ancient Edos or Yorubas that you had access to? Are you from the royal family or either the Edos or Yorubas? You are not even from either tribe. How can you now prove that whatever you are saying right now is what you call the truth? Okay, so let's start with where you said, are there any kept record by the ancient kingdom? Yes, the people from the royal family, the history are being passed. Each one knows it. The same way the recent Oba of Lagos now knows the history. His next son, it will be passed to him, and that is how it keeps going. And there have never been any Oba of Lagos come out to say they are not from the Edos. During the coronation of the recent Oba in Benin, Oni of Ife was there, Oba of Lagos was there, and the Oba of Benin stood up and said, standing before you now is the great-grandson of Oduduwa. That is a Kaladeya who went to Ile-Ife to establish Ile-Ife. Oni of Ife was sitting that day. All the kings and chiefs were there. They didn't utter a word. Oni of Ife did not stand up to say, oh, but you are not right. This thing you said is not correct. We are not from Benin. Nothing. The people from the royal family, they did not say a word. Everybody was quiet. These are the Obas, these are the kings, these are the Oni of Ifes. They did not, argue with Oba of Benin. Nothing. Now you that you don't even know anything is the one coming to the comment section to defend what you do not know. Meanwhile, the older generation, which these histories are passed to, they know. Because in that video I mentioned I'm from Igbo. You are not asking me if I'm from a royal family, so I must be from a royal family. Okay, now to answer you that, because some of you keep saying, you're not even from Edo, you're Igbo. What if? Have you asked yourself, what if my mother is from the royal family and was married to an Igbo man, which made me automatically an Igbo girl? Or what if any of my siblings are married to someone from the royal family in Benin? Have you asked yourself that as well? I'm not here to, argue with anybody. This is me narrating the history as it is. If you have a problem with that, you should go back to the king, the Oni of Ife, and ask them. Don't come to my comment section to say what you don't know. Since you said you know your history, bring out proof. And when you are saying anything, give me references. The same way I did in that video, anything I'm saying, I'm giving you reference. Give me reference. Don't go here and say, how old are you? How did you know the history? Are you from the royal family? How did you know? That is not what we are talking. If you said what I'm saying, I'm all right. Give me proof. Give me references to that. Okay? Ekaladia's name is not even Oduduwa. It was because they cannot pronounce his name, which is Ekaladia Izoduwa. It was because they couldn't pronounce that name, Izoduwa. That was how they started calling him Oduduwa. What is Oduduwa in the Yoruba language? In the whole wide world, the Edos are the only tribe that has salutation after each family. There is the Lamogo, Laweze, which other ones? There are many. Like my own salutation now is the Lamogo, which is the Oba family. The Laweze, I think they are from Ezeshi, my own. And that's another video on its own. Once you hear me greet Lamogo or Laweze, if you're a typical Edo person, you will know the family I come from. Because the Lamogo are the people from the Oba family. Laweze, they are from another family, then other greetings. Like basically when you hear each greeting, you kind of know the family this person is coming from. Now, the first Ogiso to the last Ogiso, the first Oba to our present Oba, we know the whole families. Someone can say, Oba Ewere the second, the father is this, the mother is this is the family lineage, this is, where is the Oduduwa's own in Ile-Ife? If Oduduwa was born and raised in Ile-Ife, if Oduduwa was a Yoruba man, where is his lineage? Have they all been erased? Bring them out. Bring them out. Let's see. At least now, the Ogiso's family, we can name them to Obayawara II. Extended family, Yakata everywhere. So where is that of the Oduduwa if he's not a Benin prince? Now look at the narrative of Oduduwa from the Yorubas and look at the narrative of Oduduwa from the Edos. Which one will you now follow? If you ask the Yorubas, they can give you 10 versions. Some said he came from Mecca. Some said he came from Saudi. Some said he came from the sky. Their first narrative was that he came from the sky. Later, when they now saw that, this one is no longer logical with people, they now said he came from Mecca. Did you know how many seas you have to cross to get to Nigeria from Mecca? Did you know how many miles, my dear? Between Egypt and the present day Israel, when God was on their side, it took them 7 days. When God was no longer on their side, it took them 40 years to clear yourself. Go get the map of the world. Look at the map of the world. Which part of Mecca did Oduduwa come from? Do you know how many seas, how many oceans you will cross? 1,000 years ago, what was Oduduwa crossing the seas and oceans with? Do you get what I mean? So the narrative is not straight. Where is the family members? The Oni in question, with all due respect, is not related to Oduduwa. They pick Oni with intersection. No, they pick Oni by selection. It's not hereditary. How will you scale a hereditary monarchy to a selective chief priest line? It's not possible. This one is not quarrel. It's not even me bringing the Yorubas down. No. It's the facts. The ownership of the Edo people is from father to son. Father to son is hereditary. So if such people are narrating their history, you should know that is given from father to son, father to son, father to son. But if you have that of the Oni, that Mr. King can be the Oni of Ife today, then Mr. Sule will be Oni tomorrow. The next time, Mr. Ayo, next, Mr. Shehu. They don't have the history because they are not family line. Do you have the political stand? It's selective. It's not from father to son, father to son. It's not hereditary. In Edo land, we all know that the first Oba of Benin, Oba Eweka the first, to Oba Ewere the second, is hereditary. Father to son is non-negotiable. If the son of the Oba is telling the story of the Obaship tomorrow, my dear, listen. Because it is what it is. Because that is how the history passes down. Can any Yoruba person, with all due respect, tell us the meaning of Oduduwa? I ask again, when the Portuguese arrived Lagos, who did they meet on ground? Who were in control of Eko? Not even Lagos when the Portuguese came. That was when they established their military presence in Lagos, formerly called Eko, meaning war camp in Edo language. The explorer that came to Lagos, his name is Leospis. I will put the name on the screen. He was the one that led the expedition down to Lagos. He met the Benin military camp on ground called Eko, and they traded with them. And the king they met on ground, King Asheba, the great-grandson of Oba Orogwa. Oba Orogwa established the war camp called Eko today. That's Lagos. He established the Benin military world camp. Go and do your research. When and how Oba Orogwa founded Lagos, the son of Oba of Benin. When the Portuguese came in the late 15th century, they met Oba Ashepate. And who is Oba Ashepate? The great-great-great-grandson of Oba Orogwa. Again, go and do your research before you come back to engage me on a debate. We are talking of Lagos here. It's just behind us. Benin Empire was the first in the whole Africa to set up embassy in Brazil. Benin Empire is the first country in the whole of Africa to recognize the independence of Brazil. Go and do this research. When you come back, we'll talk about Lagos. Go and do research about certain names in Lagos. Names like Etiosa local government, Idumota, Aleko, Ekpete Edo, Sangota, Oshodi. Go do the research. Come back and engage me on a debate. Then I will clear you. We are not fighting. I'm just trying to school you about the Edos. More than 100 years ago, the Pope wrote a letter to Oba of Benin to acknowledge the city as one of the standout empires in the world. And you are telling me about Lagos. The Ife today, they need to slice Benin into 10 places for you to get Ife. Now tell me the size of this same Ife 1,000 years ago when Oduduwa got there. This Benin city we are talking about is a city that can raise more than 100,000 soldiers in a day as of 1,000 years ago. And you tell me that Oduduwa came to colonize the Benin. How? How can you now say that Oduduwa sent his son to Benin if he's not from Benin? A city that can raise 100,000 soldiers in a day. A city that built a wall that is more than that of China is even in the book of the World Guinness Record. The city that is the first city in the whole world to have street lights. The city that the Portuguese described as the only city that you can raise your head and see the world as far as. A city that has structures more beautiful than Luxembourg and London. And this is the same city you are telling me that is not superior than Ife. Now, back to Oduduwa. Those of you that commented, I want you to tell me the families that were on ground before Oduduwa. I need just 10 families. Tell me the families that were on ground before Oduduwa. 10 generations of Oduduwa. Because I can give you 10, if not even up to 100 generations from Ogiso up to the present Oba of Benin now. And we still have their families on ground. Basically, the Benin Prince is the Oduduwa. The narrative, the history is here. Name is Ikaladeya Izuduwa. The Yorubas couldn't pronounce his name, Izuduwa. They corrupted it to Oduduwa. I repeat, tell me the meaning of Oduduwa in Yoruba language. As of today, who is the direct descendant of Oduduwa in Ife? Tell me. Some of you even went as far to say that the deity that they serve now in Benin is brought from Ife. How can Izuduwa travel down to a place that has no name? He fought war and he won them and started ruling them. How can he now throw his deity away and start serving the deity of the people he defeated? To even make matter worse, the people he's ruling. Because he fought the battle with his magical powers and started ruling them. So basically, Diloku, Diogu, was sold to them by Kaladea in Zodua because he defeated them and they submitted to him. You cannot submit to him and will not submit to his gods. He cannot throw away the one that he defeated you people with and start serving the one that he defeated. Make it make sense. I think I should even come on live, maybe on YouTube, TikTok or Facebook. But different tribe can call in and let's banter this. I'm not sure of that, but maybe I will consider it later. The southern Nigeria, the kings, traced their roots to the palace of the Oba as the great grandchildren of the Obas of Benin. Because back then, the Oba of Benin had many children and he knew he's only one of his sons that can be the next Oba. So he sent out his children then to different places. Tell me, how many kings in Yoruba land linked their roots to Ife as their father? Is it the Ijebus? Is it the Oyos? Is it the Karasi Edo? Is it the ones in Kwara? Come out and tell us now. So many kingdoms, from Bayelsa, Anambra, so many can tell you that their great-grandfathers are from Benin. Tell us the one of Ife. If Ife was in the size of today, 1,000 years ago, it was a camp. Benin built a wall round the whole of the kingdom in anticipation for war. And the first world record classified that as the biggest war in the world. Up till now, nobody has broken that record. Please set up a debate and let's talk with facts. Benin is a geographical name. It's not a tribe. And yeah, that's it for this video. My Benin people, thank you all so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you all in my next video. But till then, please stay safe, stay inspired. Shalom guys. Bye.